In Madden 18, we started something special. A series that had never been done before in Madden history that planted a seed of electricity on Madden YouTube that has never been seen before, and legend was born on the channel. In Madden 19, we took everything to another level.
No. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
A family gained the love of Mullins and Mullins of people around the world.
Ah, yeah, yeah!
He's exhausted. His stat line is going to be absolute. Look at that. Oh my God, he broke a record!
And in Madden 20, they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Well, fuck that. It's time to take the game over yet again with the craziest franchise mode the world has ever seen. Legends return, new stars are made. It's Madden 20 Pink Slips, and it starts now. What's going on, everybody? C4, yes, it is true. Pink Slips is returning. We're going to have a couple episodes here on YouTube, and then it's going to transition to Twitch. I'm going to tell you guys right now, we're setting a threshold. 2,000 likes. You give me 2,000 likes on this video, I will capture the entire streams every time we do it, which is going to be at least once a week, and I will edit and upload them to, like, you know, obviously the streams are going to be like 2 hours long. We'll edit, upload them to like a 20-ish minute video to YouTube. So not only will it be a Twitch series, it will be a YouTube series. That's going to take a lot of work. It's going to be kind of annoying, but if you guys really want to see it, in case you know you can't make the stream or you just want it to be a YouTube series, give me those 2,000 likes and I will do that. So, the reason why it's starting here on YouTube and not right on Twitch is because there's always that awkward first year during the relocation process. Pink Slips always has a relocation process. So, you know, we did a video highlighting the brand new relocation teams in Madden 20. It was very sarcastic because I didn't add anything new. We kind of found a diamond in the rough, though. Is that just by Monder, or is that jersey like... Is that actual stripes? Jordan ass wedge? Like, that jersey actually looks like it could be kind of cool. The Explorers. That looks ugly. That's garbage. But if that jersey's like... that, it's unique. That right there is the best jersey I've seen so far, and I've never ever looked at this before. And like, I really think those jerseys are pretty cool. I've never seen anyone use this team in a rebuild, and since they are in Columbus, Ohio, I figured, well, there's 2 Ohio teams. Why not just relocate one of them? It's incredibly simple. It's not going to be the Cleveland Browns. The Browns roster is so overpowered, and they kind of have, like, you know, either they're meme-worthy and they're also, like, kind of contender-worthy. The Bengals just suck all around, so the Bengals is going to be our relocation team. Now, I know Parham Crow used the Bengals for his relocation franchise mode. Don't worry. It's just the team that we're choosing. There's going to be no remnants of a Bengals roster. It's going to be completely scrapped, which means...
All around me are familiar faces, worn out.
Very sad. Very sad that we had to get rid of John Ross. Pink Slips legend. You know, if he was ready to retire, we'd hire him on the coaching staff. I don't know if you guys see that little intro. Our head coach is going to be Tom Savage. You know, he got released yet again. He's just not working out from the NFL. But he is the perfect leader, I think, as you can see him right there, to lead this team to absolute glory. So when we're taking a look, we might as well start the relocation process right off the rip here. Go to the stadium. We're going to be relocating just down the road. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't know where Cincinnati and Columbus are relative to one another. But I'm going to give you guys a quick look preview of our roster. There's always someone from that starting roster. Every year there's a handful of guys that, you know, we start with a cupcake roster. The rules for this year, as you can see, 40 overall, 41 offense, 41 defense. The rules for the roster, and we'll go through the roster first, and then we'll get into the rules of Pink Slips in case you are new, is everyone has to be, generally speaking, the majority of the roster, 95% of the roster, is less than a 60 overall. So that means you aren't going to see a lot of 59s just because that's who available on the waiver wire and stuff like that. But everyone is going to be below a 60 overall. Now, a rule that we added in Pink Slips last year is that we had 6 captains. There's 16 captains that you can have in Madden. Well, for those 6 captains, they are untouchable. So that means if regardless if we win or lose a game, we cannot lose those players. It was a nice little preventive measure so that we were able to maintain our roster competitively, because once we got into the nitty gritty, we were losing a lot of games. We didn't want to lose the stars, and add value, and it was strategy and all that different stuff. So what we have done is you have 6 captains. You have 1 offensive captain, 1 defensive captain, and then we just have 4 others. So for the 4 other captains, all those players have to be 65 or below. And for my 1 offensive and 1 defensive captain, they just have to be below a 70. So at least we kind of have 1 star, even though below a 70 is still not a great rating whatsoever, but 1 star player on both offense and defense. Let's meet the roster. So we get shafted right off the bat. There are no special teamers below a 60 overall, so we have to use 2 of our captain spots on our special teamers. First, we got Jack Fox, the rookie punter from Rice, and at kicker, we have Roberto Aguayo, meme kicker, absolutely, but maybe one of the most dangerous kickers in the history of college football. Those are 2 of our captains right off the bat. Those are our special teams units. So I knew this rule was going to kind of screw us right off the rip, that, a third of our team captains have to be special teamers. So that is, really not getting any added value whatsoever. But them's the rules, and this is the only way we can make this roster work. So from that, at strong safety, we have a pair here of Brandon Bryan, who was a supplementary pick from the Jets. We have Quinn Blanding, who was a former 5-star safety for Virginia. These 2 guys, like I said, it's absolutely open season for 95% of these positions. I have no idea who's actually going to be our starter. There's not much between a 58, 59, 57 overall. So whoever feels and plays the best will earn their starting position. At free safety, we have Lucas Dennis, who was an absolute ball hawk at Boston College. He's a 59 overall. And we have Savion Smith, who's a DB out of Alabama, rookie as well. So we're going for the youth guys as much as humanly possible because it will help grow and develop a little bit earlier than, say, if we had a guy that was a seasoned NFL veteran. In the secondary here, we have Darius Williams, who's a ball hawk out of UAB. We have Emmanuel Mosley, who's bringing some great speed out of Tennessee. John Franklin III, Last Chance U fame, pretty much actually became a very popular player in Madden 19. He's still here. He fits the criteria of being below a 60. He's a great athlete. We have Mark Fields, the rookie out of Clemson, more speed. He's going to be our nickel. And then we got Tarvaris McFadden, who was uber hyped like 2-3 years ago at Florida State, kind of fell off a little bit. So maybe he can reclaim a little bit of his fame. But the key here in the secondary was speed. Linebacking core, just straight up going anyone that was below a 60 overall. So we have Dewan Hines and Nick DeLuca. North Dakota State, I mean, we've done a couple North Dakota State Bison dynasties that DeLuca was our best linebacker. So that's a little bit of a shout out and throwback to that. We have BJ Bello and Traven Howard at linebacker. There are a couple players like Traven Howard. If you were on a roster, an NFL roster, and you were still below a 60, I kind of opened you up as free game as well. So Traven Howard is the first guy. He was actually rostered from the Rams, but he's a great athlete, someone that I think we can potentially use her. I also think Darius Williams was rostered from the Rams, and Emmanuel Mosley was rostered from the 49ers. They are now members of our team. At left outside linebacker, we have Matthew Thomas and Gary Johnson. Again, we're going for the athletes. I'm not a huge user linebacker type guy, but if I do, give me someone that at least athletically can kind of stand a chance against some of these big-time powerhouses. D-tackle, I'm not going to lie, man. It's kind of garbage. We got Curtis Cawthron, no idea. Trenton Thompson, I'm pretty sure he was a former 5-star high school player to Georgia. This guy actually looks ridiculous. Tomasi Laulier, I have no idea, but he's 6'3", 300 pounds, 80 speed, 85 acceleration. You got 82 strength, a tremendous, tremendous athlete. 78 tackling. We got 75 pursuit. No idea. Never heard of this guy at all, but I think he actually has a chance to be a stud for our defense. He might be my user. And we have Lyndon Johnson at defense. Our first team captain, we got him from the Rams. It's Obanya Okoronkwo from Oklahoma, user defensive end. I think he might have been on our Pink Slips team last year, but this guy was an absolute monster at Oklahoma. Struggled a little bit right now finding his groove for the Rams, but when you look at his stats here, we got 80 pursuit. His jumping is off the chains. He's a workhorse. I think he's going to be a monster coming off the edge, and I decided to make him one of, and he's actually our defensive captain, just being, I want to maximize it. I want to maximize it. I wanted to get, if it below a 70, I wanted a guy that'd be a 69 at least, and that's what we got in Okoronkwo. We have Alec James and Claudie Matthew as the rest of our defense. Left end, we got Quentin Bell. He is one of our team captains. You know, absolute athletic monster. We've seen him and teased him a little bit in the Raiders franchise. 6'4", 250. You got 90 acceleration, 88 speed, 73 tackle, 80 hit power. We got 76 pursuit, 94 jumping. I mean, he could be a candidate when all is said and done to move in the linebacker but for the time being, he is one of our defensive captains. We have Peter Kalambaye. We took him from the Houston Texans. We have Boogie Roberts because his name's Boogie. On the offensive line, Antonio Garcia. We got Jordan Mailata from the Philadelphia Eagles. We're probably going to make Mailata our starter at right tackle. Right guard, we got Alex Byers and Damian Mama. At center, Patrick Morris. That guy looks hilarious, and he has 95 strength, so hell yeah. At Jordan Roos, we have two of the strongest centers in the National Football League. Left guard, Chandler Brewer. This guy actually had pretty decent stats. I think he had like the best offensive line stats that I saw for an available free agent, under a 60 overall. We got Evan Brown here from SMU. Left tackle, we got David Edwards from Wisconsin, a guy that I talked a lot about during the draft process, and Joshua Nimyan from Virginia Tech. 6'7", 314. We got 75 speed, 83 acceleration. This guy is an absolute A-plus athlete, and we'll try to find a way to utilize him. If we can get him and Mailata going, we're going to have some of the best young athletic tackles that are obviously below a 60 overall. At tight end, there's only one tight end that was on the free agency market that was below a 60 overall. That's Wes Saxton out of South Alabama. I think he's like buddies with RBT or something. I don't know what we're gonna do. I tried looking at maybe converting some big, slow wide receivers to tight end, but their ratings shoot up past a 60 overall. So I'm gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do here. Like I said, man, this is just the preview. I'm still gonna fine tune the roster, but that's where we're at. All right, wide receiver. We only have 4 wideouts on the roster right now. Oh, it's tough. It's tough out here, but we're going with speed. We got Shane Wynn, who, yeah, he's super. Oh, of course that would happen. All right, we back. So we got Shane Wynn. We got a lot of speed, pink slips, everything. Everyone knows pink slips is about speed, 94 speed. We got Tanner Gentry, a little bit more of a route runner. We could probably put him in the slot. Max McCaffrey, the brother of Christian McCaffrey, and Rico Gafford, 51 overall with 96 speed. We got 2 Wyoming. What's with we're got to become a goddamn Wyoming pipeline? But clearly you can see we don't have a lot of depth at wide receiver. And once we get things going here in pink slips, this is going to be the first position we want to try to target and start poaching some players. At fullback, we have the only fullback that was below a 60 overall. This guy's gigantic. Almost 300-pound fullback. Sure. And Lawrence Thomas out of Michigan State. At running back, our offensive team captain is Tony Pollard from the Dallas Cowboys. I wanted someone that had some speed. I wanted a guy that was dynamic. Tony Pollard got 93 speed, 94 acceleration, 83 agility, 85 carry, and I think a whole lot of upside. 70 catching as well. He can do it all and fit the criteria. I wanted to maximize it at a 69 overall, with the rule having to be below a 70. We got Ryan Nall because, as a former Caucasian full running back, I would love to have the only guy that was really there that was a viable option. He was actually pretty solid at Oregon State. And then we got Bronson Hill here out of Eastern Michigan. And without further ado, we have Tom Savage as our head coach. So what one quarterback does Tom Savage think can lead this team? And he is your final team captain. Oh yeah, baby. We're getting on that hype train. Gardner Minshew, aka Baker Mayfield's much better cousin, is going to be our starting quarterback. Fits the requirement of a captain below a 65 overall, taking the league by storm right now for the Jacksonville Jaguars on and off the field. I mean, we've been hyped up Gardner Minshew for a lot. I mean, back in the pre-draft process, I think he was our number 7 or 8 quarterback for the draft rankings. Most people didn't have him within the top 10. Hell, he went undrafted, but he is going to be our starting quarterback right now. I'm getting lots of Tom Savage vibes. That is exactly why he was the man handpicked by Tom Savage to lead this pink slips experiment. 84 throw power. His accuracies are fine. Throwing the run's good. He's an okay to good level athlete. I think the sky is the limit for Minshew. But to keep things interesting, I want to have lots of available depth at this quarterback spot. So we have Taysom Hill, who I want to leave up to you. Do you want him to potentially challenge for Gardner Minshew, or do you want to just get ridiculous and maybe make Taysom Hill our starting tight end? We lack a lot of depth at tight end. I have no idea what his rating would be at tight end. I mean, I was looking at it from an athletic standpoint, very good athlete, but from a catching standpoint, even though that's really offensive weapon, I believe, is the official title for the Saints. We could just make him tight end and force feed him, see what happens, but it's up to you guys. I'm a man of the people. Beyond that, we have Davis Webb and this guy, Jake Dolegala, who's actually already on the Bengals roster at 6'7". I'll take that. 6'7", 92 throw power. I like having that guy stashed. He might find his way onto our practice squad. So there you have it. That is pink slips for Madden 20. The Cincinnati Bengals will be relocating to Columbus to become the Explorers. Terrible name, fire jerseys, and this is our base roster. So that leaves the rules. Here was the scoring system that we last had in Madden 19. It was a 10-star system. You win the game, you get a single star, win by 14. It's a half star, you win by 21 plus, you earn a full star, you get 0 points. Rewards for 300 passing yards, 100 rushing yards, or 100 receiving yards. Same goes for 3 pass touchdowns, 2 rush, or 2 receiving. You get rewarded for sacks and interceptions. You win the turnover differential. You win a divisional game. We have added bonus for that. A defensive or special team touchdown will reward 1 full star. And if you get a perfect 5 stars, you get a lovely spin at a custom wheel, which, you know, we're going to open up some tabs and stuff like that. And we're going to have some big time opportunities. But generally speaking, this is the opening scoring system for pink slips. I'm always looking to reinvent the wheel. I'm always looking for top suggestions. So if you were a fan of pink slips, but you thought there could have been a better rule, leave your rule and scoring suggestion in the comment section below. We're gonna probably we'll have, because there's a lot of information right now, almost information overload. And like I said, it is gonna be, you know, strictly on YouTube for probably 2 more episodes at least, as we get through this relocation season with the Bengals. I have no idea how I'm even going to handle it, to be honest with you. But I'm going to say next episode, we will take a look at the wheel and what the widgets are going to be this season. But I want to focus more so on doing a preview, and maybe we can handle a little bit of scoring system suggestions in the comments here today. So I hope you guys are excited and ready for Pink Slips to make a return, not only on YouTube, if you want to see it, remember, 2,000 likes, but mostly as our Twitch live stream series. I'm excited to bring it back. I think it's going to be, you know, the kind of thing we need, especially with Superstar KO kind of being like, hey, there's a chance that someone from Madden saw the pink slips and said, you know what, this is awesome. Let's find a way to implement that into something official. And, you know, it was like, all right, we got to do pink slips again. And it's probably the most common request I get in my comments and on social media is when pink slips is returning this and that, this and that. So here we finally go. Let's go. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well, you talking the talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like, who are you stopping?